Let's talk about how to convert your Twitter followers into customers. Now, it's all very well having hundreds or thousands of followers on Twitter, but what are you doing with those followers? Are they actually generating business for you? I think sometimes on social media you actually need to be a little bit mercenary. You actually need to say, what are we actually getting out of this? Now, running a Twitter campaign doesn't take a lot of money. It may not cost anything at all, apart from the person you're paying to run it. But what it is costing is a lot of time. And it's time you could be spending quite wisely to get results. So, how can you convert a Twitter follower into a customer? Well, the first step is to actually ascertain who on Twitter is going to be the right sort of contact for you. And that is quite an easy thing to do because on Twitter you can monitor conversations. What Twitter is basically is one big room full of people having conversations. All you need to do is identify the conversations that are relevant to you. So, let's say for example you offer some kind of speech recognition software. What you can do is on Twitter you can monitor conversations that people have about speech recognition, or conversations people have about transcribing conversations, or people might talk about, for example, the fact that they are in lots of meetings and they need somebody to transcribe their notes. There might be all sorts of conversations about business communication. Now what you can do on Twitter is you can set up keywords to monitor those conversations. So every time someone's talking about the word transcribing, Twitter will actually tell you if that person is having a conversation, because all you do is you search on Twitter transcribing and you'll get a feed with those words in it. What you then do is you monitor whether there is a conversation that's relevant to you, and then what you do is you join that conversation. So someone might say, oh my gosh, I'm finding it a nightmare to actually transcribe these notes. And what you can say is, you can then answer them and say, look, what are you doing to do that? Are you using any software? Have you thought about this software? Or you can be even more direct. And let's remember that Twitter is not an end to itself, it's a means to an end. It's a place to research what people are talking about. If you see a conversation that's relevant to you, why don't you just go up and talk to that person? Now sometimes on Twitter, you can actually see the contact details of the person you're talking to. It will give you their website, and what you can do is you can click on the person's Twitter profile, you can click on their website, and then you can contact them. So, my advice on Twitter is, cut to the chase. If you see somebody who's having a conversation that's relevant to you, answer them, or ask them a question, or if possible, just look up their contact details and speak to them and say, look, I saw what you were saying on Twitter, I think I might have a solution for you. It's that easy.